Hey, and welcome back to our channel. We recently did a video on CIBC, and this is another one that is a little similar because this is about insurance, which involves a bank. So this is our series, Dear Insert Company Name. It's over between us. So this
Okay.
one is Dear TD Insurance. It's over between us. Now TD, for you American viewers, you might recognize from a few landmarks in America, but it stands for Toronto Dominion, and it's a bank in major bank in Canada, and they also have an automobile insurance part of their
Okay.
empire. I
That's
guess
right.
is
That's right.
the right word, maybe. So I have had I had TD insurance for a very long time. I believe we got it at the same time in 2006.
Yep.
2006 around
Right
there.
around 2006.
So I had TD insurance right up until 2017. Now in 2017, I moved from New Brunswick to Prince Edward Island, where I live now. And when you switch provinces, I'm not sure if it's like that in the States, where if you switch states, you have different prices for your vehicle insurance. But in Canada, it's based on province. So in New Brunswick, I paid $1,210 per year for my vehicle after tax in New Brunswick. And when I moved to PEI, the same vehicle, the same company, quoted me $2,490. So I had a jump of what, like $1,200, over $1,200,
100%.
just to
Double.
switch provinces. Same vehicle, same company, just different provinces.
Wow.
I was like, what? How is that even legal or possible? Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
So I talked to TD Insurance more, tried to find out more information, blah blah blah, see if they could lower it. And at this time, I'd been with the company for 11 years, so I was a long-term customer. I thought, how can I've been with your company for 11 years.
And you had a great rating. You've had no accidents. You've
Oh,
had
yeah.
no convictions, no speeding tickets,
Exactly.
nothing. Like you're a clean driver.
Exactly. So I thought maybe, there was an error or something like that, or they could help me out. Didn't care. Nope, can't. That's the best price we can do. So I decided to get a quote from CAA, and it's very similar, or maybe the same franchise as AAA.
AAA in the States.
in the
It's the
States.
Automobile Association.
Exactly. So in Canada we have CAA. So I got a quote from them, which was $1,171 in Prince Edward Island, which was cheaper than what I was paying in New Brunswick with TD.
And less than half of what you were going to have to pay if you stayed with TD.
Exactly. So I said, okay,
That's easy.
TD, it's over between us.
Yeah.
Like, you're not even close. You're not even in the same planet as price as CAA is. So I left, went to CAA. A couple of months later, maybe 4 or 5 months, you also made the jump from TD Insurance over to CAA, used my reference number, and then because you joined CAA with the reference number, my payment went down to $1,080 a year. So even less than that good price that I got from them originally.
If you refer customers who then use your identity when they buy the product, then the person who did the referral gets a discount.
Exactly.
And that just keeps building. Just like when I had my cell phone company that I was very happy with, and I told you about it. When you registered for the same cell phone service, you put in my number, and I got a discount.
Exactly.
After that.
Well,
So
we're
that's
going to be
cool.
talking about more
Yeah.
about that in the next video.
Now, I'm a very loyal person as a rule. Some of it is because I'm really loyal to companies. If I like a company, I want to stay with them. And for that long time, I liked TD. Again, I have no convictions. I have no accident history or anything like that. So I figured I was getting the best rate. And when I moved over here in 2007, my insurance actually did go down. Not by a lot, but it did go down a bit. So I just presumed, as the renewals would keep coming in, yes, it gets higher every year, but so does everything. I figured, okay, well, it's just a little bit higher. I'll stay with them. And I never shopped around. So some of my loyalty is actually laziness. Really.
I guess, yeah.
I didn't shop around. I'm not chasing dollars all the time, and I probably should. I'm not the greatest master or minder of my money. I just presume that I'm getting a good
That's
service
true.
for what I'm paying
That's
for.
true.
And only when you showed me the rate you were getting, I got online, and you can get online and do a lot of it without even talking to a human, and it came out to be quite a bit less, like $500 cheaper than
Exactly.
I was up to about $1,500 for my little car for your mother and I. Neither one of us are bad drivers. We have perfect claims history and all that with them. And I just figured, okay, things are just getting more expensive these days. Well, I got onto the online service for CAA and found out that my premium would be below $1,000.
Yeah.
So I switched. and then you got your discount. I'm very happy with them. Now, if we switch the house, and the house insurance comes up early next year, if I switch the house to the same company, I'll have roughly the same coverage, but for even less money. Plus, because the two insurances are bundled, they'll discount on each other on top of that.
You can get house insurance with CAA?
Sure can.
That's very interesting.
You can get
I did
Canadian
not know.
automobile insurance on your house, even if you don't drive your house around.
Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense because you keep your vehicle inside of your house
Yeah,
in
I
your
guess
garage.
so. Yeah.
Some logic there, I guess, maybe.
Yeah. But it just pays to be more vigilant, and I'm guilty of not being more vigilant when it comes to price. You were confronted with a huge price increase, so you were thrown into the marketplace, and you came out smelling like a rose. And TD Insurance, you've lost now 2 customers right here.
11 years and 12 years.
Yeah. And the other thing, too, that both of us encountered a bit, but you more so than me, what insurance companies in Canada are supposed to do is they're supposed to upload their customer claims history to a server that other insurance companies are allowed to query, so that when they're doing rates and trying to find out claims experience, you don't have to prove to the new insurance company everything about your old insurance company's coverages.
Right.
Remember that?
I don't remember it being for me, though.
Well, for you, for the early part of your driver's license, you were living with us as a teenager,
Oh, right,
and you
okay.
were on our policy. And even with your own policy, when CAA went to this server to try to download your claims history and because they need to see that you've had insurance continuously for X amount of years. That's how they calculate your clean driving record. It's all about your insurance history. And they couldn't find you in the system because TD hadn't shared it.
Yeah, prior to 2014 or something like that. TD hadn't done its work to notify.
And that's a service you're supposed to be paying for. And then they didn't do mine.
Yeah.
And I'm on the phone finally with the human being from CAA who was a lovely contact representative. And she said, "We're having trouble because we can't find you either. Is there any chance you remember your driver's license number in New Brunswick 11 years ago?" I said, "Yes, there's a pretty good chance. Look up 637512." And she did, and oh, there it is. So I was fine. But only for that did it go more smoothly. I still would have gotten what I wanted, I suppose, but it would have taken more time. So I was not pleased at all with TD doing that. But the best day of all was several months ago when I got this letter from TD, and then it was a credit note because I had stopped my policy and already prepaid for most of that month. So they owed me like $136 or something. And it's like, yes. Of course, it was my money to start
TD,
with. But.
Shame on you for your egregious prices on auto insurance. Shame on you for not uploading our information to where it should have been uploaded all those years ago. I will not be getting TD insurance on anything anytime soon. I will make it a point to avoid TD insurance wherever I go.
And how do you feel about the overall brand of Toronto Dominion? Would you go banking there? With the bad insurance experience, would you presume, I think I would, that the entire company is a little tainted by that?
I would agree with that, but these videos just aren't about complaining. I want to mention something I really like about TD.
Okay.
They're open on Saturdays and for the majority of Saturdays. They're
That's
open
true.
like 9 to 5 on Saturdays. That is, I'm not sure what it's like in the United States, but that's huge in Canada. I don't think any other bank is open on Saturdays. Scotiabank isn't. I know that for a fact.
You may be right.
I don't think Royal is either.
Yeah, I don't. They've never advertised it. That's for sure.
So TD, the fact that you're open on Saturday, TD Bank, the fact that you're open on Saturday, that's a huge plus, and I thank you for that. But I'm still not your customer. So
yeah.
But that I'm not saying I'll never be a TD Bank customer, but TD Insurance.
Yeah.
Good.
So there. I'm trying to think of positive things. Like when TD took us on in 2005 or 6, whenever that was, the experience of getting the policy going was very efficient, and they had a very good rate at that time. So I based on that initial experience, I was quite happy to be with them for a long time until
I will say that I do appreciate their website as well. To get a quote is very user friendly. I like that, but again, that's.
But when the number comes in the quote, you're not happy with the number.
I'm kind of stretching here for positives.
Yeah.
It's. I really like to try and stay fair in these videos, even though I personally had a bad experience. There's always positives and negatives. No one's perfect. No company's perfect. We're not perfect. So Well, you might be, but
Well, all you got to do is watch some of my geography, where am I videos, and you realize I'm far from perfect myself.
yeah. So anyway, the reason that we made this about insurance is because I know people out there watching this video have stories to share about insurance
Oh, yeah.
because have been nightmare scenarios from my friends as well. So I'm really curious to see your stories about insurance, whether that's house insurance, car insurance, life insurance, whatever.
travel insurance.
Let us know down below in the comments. We want to hear your stories and your experiences. That would be awesome. We read all the comments. So anything to close? Anything
No,
to
I'm
say?
good.
All right. Thanks,
Said
guys,
it
for
all.
watching this video. I really appreciate it. Next, we're going to talk about some mobile phone companies. So subscribe if you're not. That would be awesome. Like this video down below if you did like it. And we'll see you in that future video. Adios.